we're covering UEFA Cup football preliminary matches, including Raith Rovers' first ever appearance in Europe. It's against Goethe Rovers of the Faroe Islands, who themselves are in Europe only the second time in their 66-year history. Last year they were actually beaten by Trelleborg, who then, of course, went on to beat Blackburn. On the line from Caircroddy is Prol Grederson, who's over from the Faroes, and also John Greer, who's a Raith Rovers fan. I'll come to Prol first. Good evening. Welcome to Five Live, and I should say Scotland, I suppose.
Yeah, good evening, and thank you very much.
How big is Goethe Rovers?
A little bit more of Goethe, and Goethe is approximately 900 people living.
John, have you ever heard of your opposition?
No.
Do you even know where it is?
The Faroes?
No, well, in the Faroes.
No, I don't, no.
Have you ever dreamed, though, that this would happen, Raith in European football?
Oh, well, it takes me back to my days of playing Sovietio when Raith Rovers won the European Cup when I was about 12-year-old. It was just a great night.
Yes.
Ginger beers.
All round.
It's been opened all over the place.
Things of ginger beer. Now, Prol, I gather you've got your, he's not quite the symbol of the Faroe Islands, but you've got your bobble-hatted goalkeeper, haven't you? Jens Martin Knudsen.
Yeah.
He's in good form, is he?
Oh, he's in a very good form, yeah, but I think he's not wearing his hat anymore.
No. Why?
Oh, I don't know. I can ask him for tomorrow. I don't know.
Just finally, John, you think you're going to get through, or is this going to be a bit of a battle?
Well, I think as long as we don't so underestimate them, I think we'll have our work cut out, but I think we'll sneak through to some bigger fish.
Right. Okay, to keep the fishing theme. You sound like Jimmy Nicholl.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're talking like a manager. All right, we're going to understand you maybe a little bit more. All right, then, John and Prol, thank you very much indeed, and coverage tomorrow night on Inside Edge.
Raith showed no sign of nerves in their first venture into Europe, but it was a player from the Caribbean who set them on their way. The impressive Tony Rougier, late of Trinidad and Tobago, created his side's first goal, scored from close range by Jason Dare. Despite incessant pressure, Jimmy Nicholl's side couldn't extend their lead in the first half. And when Stevie Crawford hit the post after a flowing move, Raith could be forgiven for thinking it wouldn't be their night. However, the second half was a different story, and after only 2 minutes, Broddle broke down the left, and his searching cross was met by the powerful head of Rougier. Stephen McAnespi's spectacular free kick made it 3-0. And 9 minutes from time, Raith ensured they would take a comfortable advantage to the Faroe Islands in a fortnight, when Colin Cameron rammed home the fourth.
I want this, I went on this thing.
I could be someone who could be anything. If I could do something, I could do anything. Can you do something out of this world?
Gentlemen, welcome to Vega Airport. For your comfort and safety, will you please remain seated?
side?
Aberdeen.
Woo! Swindy. Do you like your flag then? Suki!
I see it, just a kid. I'm not the one sunbathed here, right?
Wheel coming! Watch. Raith Rovers.
I must be mad.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one. Come on, boys, get us in there! Yay! Yay! Where? I believe there was a bit of bother about them not being here 24 hours before the game or something.
You're a candid camera. How do you think the game's going, Stevie? That'll do.
Thank you.
Gary, would you just like to give me your comments on that?
I saw it, but I don't.
Thank you. How's it going, John?
Once get Tony blasting it.
Just fire one along the ground off of the surface, it'll skid like
Low and hard, boys! Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah. So, tell me, what have you been doing since AHA split up?
Phone on the Roxborough.
It's us again.
Well, I started out down a dirty road. Started out all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed the hill, and the town lit up.
Birthday adventures of Raith Rovers continued at Starks Park tonight. Their famous Coca-Cola Cup win unlocked the door to the UEFA Cup. And in the preliminary round, they knocked out a Faroese team with a very long name. That was the Kirkcaldy team into the competition proper. Here's how they lined up tonight. No Jim McInally, but manager Jimmy Nicholl settled for a place on the bench. Danny Lennon and Davy Kirkwood teamed up in the central midfield. The pace and power of Tony Rougier down the left-hand side. 5 of that Akranes team played for Iceland in their last international, and 2 more were subs. Playmaker Siggy Jonsson had spells with Arsenal and Sheffield Wednesday. The Gunnlaugsson twins, although their hairstyles are anything but identical, are strike partners. Commentator Jock Brown.
The great European adventure continues for Raith Rovers. Disappointed to lose the services of Jim McInally, obviously, for this particular match with all his European experience. But there will be a great learning process for many of these young Rovers players. They certainly will be tested by a very useful Icelandic side. Here's Dave Sinclair, put under pressure straight away by Gunnlaugsson. That's Arnar Gunnlaugsson, number 9, with the flowing hair. His twin brother here in possession, number 7, has usefully shaved his head. 22 years old, these two, but here's Rogier involved straight away. And he's playing directly against a very tough tackling midfield player in Olafur Thordarson. But here's Arnar Gunnlaugsson. Very good left foot. Back it goes to Haraldsson. Somewhat eerie atmosphere inside the stadium. The capacity reduced to 5,400 because of UEFA regulations. It's from the 9,500 normally available. And there's Rogier causing real problems. The break of the ball goes to Cameron. A chance for Raith Rovers. Colin Cameron looks to the heavens. Tony Rogier did some good work here. Casual play by Milkovic. And the chance on for Cameron. Here's McInespy. Crawford. McInespy again. Lennon with a shot. The 14th minute of the match, and Daniel Lennon gives Raith Rovers the lead. Well, certainly a bit of a ricochet there, but it well set up by McInespy. To the side that it goes. There was Lennon. It was deflected, and that left the goalkeeper without a hope. Well, it's a perfect start for Raith Rovers. Look at the way it's laid off by McInespy. Lennon got a deflection there off Jonsson. That's what made the difference. Got the break of the ball there. Space inside. Here's Wilson. McInespy goes racing outside him. McInespy popping up in that attacking position, creating the chance for Lennon to score. That's Wilson. Good cross. Haraldsson pumps it out now. Raith Rovers have to keep their composure here, going for a second goal. Broadle over the ball. Another outswinger again. Interesting departure that. So many teams now going for in-swingers and the goalkeeper. Wilson. Good effort! Rogier! Well blocked by Haraldsson. That was excellent goalkeeping by Thordarson in goal. Ingolson playing it long for Arnar Gunnlaugsson. Needs some support. Milkovic is the central defender is forward. Here's Gunnlaugsson again. Haraldsson, the fullback. Here's Thordarson. Ingolson. Well, very carefree back heel of that attempted by Sean Dennis. Off goes Cameron. Great turn of pace. He's eased off the ball. The referee's given the free kick. That could be a yellow card. The referee thinks not, but this is... Milkovic. Hognesson. Through the gap it goes for Thordarson. A chance on here. And he scored right on half-time. The dreaded away goal scored there by Olafur Thordarson. And suddenly the Raith Rovers defence was opened up through the middle. Dejection in the Raith Rovers ranks. Simple ball played through a ricochet off Sean Dennis. And very good finishing there by Thordarson. And that changes the whole complexion of the match. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it should have been a much happier interval than it is. Daniel Lennon gave Raith Rovers the lead in just 14 minutes. A vital period coming up now for Raith Rovers. They've got to try and find their way right back into the match. They cannot settle at all for the current scoreline. Travelling to Iceland in these circumstances would be hazardous in the extreme. And yet they did so many good things in that first half. It looked very impressive for a long spell. Now having to defend here as Gislason sends over the cross. And Broddle had to be careful. He's done well. The travelling supporters from Iceland enjoying this to the full. But a tough season for Raith Rovers so far. They did very well in the preliminary round of the UEFA Cup against the side from the Faroes. They've had to play Celtic twice, losing 1-0 and 2-1. They've lost 4-0 to Rangers on Saturday. Here's Gunnlaugsson again with a shot, and the menace again is clear. Oh, this young man is a special player, all right. Bjarki Gunnlaugsson coming inside, looking for his brother Arna, finding him well. Look at the way he found space for himself for that left foot shot. Well, he has a real menace up front alongside his twin brother. Now Dare. Well, that's very good play by Jason Dare. A good cross in. Chancellor Wilson. Well, very difficult coming inside, trying to control that in the move. But it was great play by Jason Dare to go between these two defenders and whip over the cross, which is just too high there for Cameron initially. It was a chance for Wilson. Patience in abundance here. Gunnlaugsson is away from Dennis. A shooting chance is on. And the offside flag is up. It won't count. Bjarki Gunnlaugsson. Linesman's flag was up as soon as the shot was released there. But what a let-off this is for Raith Rovers. Look at the way Arna Gunnlaugsson leaves Sean Dennis there. Sends in the shot. It was going wide. And the running figure of Bjarki Gunnlaugsson turned it in from an offside position. Dennis picking out Broddle. That's a good pass. Good change of pace by Broddle. That's excellent running. Good anticipation shown by Gunnlaugsson to force Dare back. Chance on here. Lennon. Yes, he scored! Danny Lennon's second of the match. Joy on the Starks Parks terraces. A superb finish from Lennon. The ball flighted in there. Milkovic in trouble. It brought back there to Danny Lennon, and that's a deadly finish. David Kirkwood's ball flighted in. Now look at the problem in defence there. Pushing into Ali Graham, and there's the shot from Lennon straight into the corner. Now, can Raith Rovers capitalise on this? The presence of Ali Graham was important there to the Raith Rovers cause. That change has been effective already. Here's Wilson, carefully comfortable coming to the left, playing that through there for Cameron, and a great chance again! Well worked the first time effort on the run. Cameron trying to steer that beyond the keeper who took up excellent position. Just check on the goalkeeper positioning here as Cameron came inside. Good save. Ali Graham signalling for the ball inside the area. Played short though towards Cameron. Thordarson. And here's a problem. Sinclair missed that. It's one-on-one. Bjarki Gunnlaugsson. Great save by Thompson. That could turn out to be crucial. Damaged his leg there in the process, but what a good save this is. Bjarki Gunnlaugsson clean through in the goalkeeper. Plenty of time to set himself. Excellent stop. Here's Cameron. Looking for Barry Wilson, a chance on here. He got the touch. He scored the third. Joy for the Raith Rovers supporters. That could be the goal to take them through. Jimmy Nicholl, his feet so organised for the closing stages. There are just about 11 minutes left for play. A great ball played through there by Cameron. Wilson's pace was crucial. It was a vital touch. And Raith Rovers have a 2-goal cushion suddenly. Looked so difficult early in the second half rather. That's a great finish by Barry Wilson. Looks as though the final whistle is gone without any damage being done there. McInnesby on the ground. The final whistle has gone. Danny Lennon's 2 goals. making such an impact in these proceedings, but it may be the goal scored by Barry Wilson 11 minutes from the end which might make all the difference. Raith Rovers coming back from that setback just on half-time when Thordarson scored an away goal, but now they travel with real hope to Iceland. Have the pyjamas been put on, I wonder? And the chances for Raith Rovers remain very good indeed. It's appreciated by the home supporters. A fine battling performance. The final score, Raith Rovers 3, McCranny's 1.
Well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the seed may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings.
For goodness sake, eh?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, the ferry's looking like your best option. I'll just phone the ferry company, see if they can make a reservation for you.
Alright, okay.
Aye, well, I can organise 149 people for the flight. It's just the last one that I've got a bit of a problem with.
Aye. Well, I'm going to crack up. And there's the record of the flight that Dennis is going to fail to make. Dennis got on the flight.
I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Say life.
That's a scary shot, that. All you need and John in the same shot. That's horrible.
It's where the
Mike, get your head down.
World Championship of Handball was held here this spring. And
The boy in front. Siggy Goodmanson's in the lead, closely followed by Helmut Dulson.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair, sending the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve?
Yes, I predict a 1-0 win for the Rovers today. That's a goal from Julian Brotto, nonetheless. With his newfound confidence after they get let off the hook. He'll do one of his super scoops over Andy Rhodes. Not Andy Rhodes' player, of course.
John, just before you go to Tony on this subject, I would just like to cover the menu in case we need to bring our lawyers into the case later on.
There's a special on the menu.
When I stopped, opening doors.
We're now in the supermarket here. There's a lady here just taking her lemons for a walk.
Making my entrance again with my usual flair. sure of my lines, no one is there.
That's not a flag. We'll show you a flag at the game.
Don't you love us?
We'll show you a flag at the game, boy.
My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear.
Oh my God,
But where are the clowns? Quick, send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my time in this late in my career. And where are the clowns?
Just say an I will refuse everything.
You only sing when you're fishing. Sing when you're fishing. You only sing when you're fishing. Sing when you're fishing. One Danny! Come on, Danny boy!
Unfortunately, you're fucking miles off.
Scotty Thompson! Only one Scotty Thompson! One Scotty Thompson! There's only one Scotty Thompson! One Scotty Thompson! There's only one Scotty Thompson!
The hardest thing. I'm learning to fly around the clouds, but what goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly. What's wrong? Hey, you're on an airplane, by the way. If you want to get off, just say.
Feelings about the draw?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. We couldn't offer a better draw. Perfect. Yeah, we've suffered going to the Faroe Islands. We've suffered the freezing cold Iceland the other day. Getting Bayern Munich is perfect.
Okay, ich weiß, es ist schon spät. Land Rover und Range Rover ist den Autofreunden bekannt, aber die bedienen wir ja weniger in dieser Sendung. Also fallen die Raith Rovers aus dieser Reihe. Das ist ein Fußballverein aus Schottland, der in Kirkcaldy beheimatet ist. Und genau dorthin sind die Bayern heute geflogen. Genauer nach Edinburgh, denn dort liegt der nächste Flughafen. Kirkcaldy hat 60.000 Einwohner und davon haben 1.700 eine Dauerkarte. Vinko Bicanic hatte eine Flugkarte und war schon früher da als die Bayern.
In dieser kargen Landschaft ist ein Menschenschlag zu Hause, der sich uns als sehr wortkarg präsentiert. In einer Stadt namens Kirkcaldy. Der der Starks Park, Heimstatt des Raith Rovers Football Club Limited. Das heißt mit beschränkter Haftung und beschränkt auskunftswillig, jedenfalls zur Zeit. Die Spieler dürfen nicht mit uns sprechen. Trainer Jimmy Nicol will es nicht und bleibt auch selbst recht einsilbig.
Oh, sorry, excuse.
Chairman Alex Penman, hier im Gespräch mit Nicol, will auch nichts sagen. Er immerhin hat einen triftigen Grund. Dicke Backen nach einer schmerzhaften Kieferoperation. Sie wollen in Ruhe gelassen werden vor dem Jahrhundertspiel gegen Bayern. Geheimniskrämerei oder Cleverness? Auf Tony Rougier, den schwarzen Nationalspieler aus Trinidad-Tobago, setzen die Schotten. Und dass ihm hier das neue Haardesign Diego Maradonas nahegelegt wird, nur Zufall? Der Friseur übrigens ist David Sinclair. Nicol sagt, er sei so hart, er habe Tätowierungen auf den Zähnen. Rückblende, letzte Saison. Das Elfmeterschießen entscheidet im schottischen Cup-Finale. Rovers Goalie Scott Thompson hält gegen Celtics Paul McStay und befördert sein Team in den UEFA Cup. Als erst zweitem unterklassigem Verein gelingt den Rovers der Pokalsieg. 111 Jahre nach Vereinsgründung der erste Titel für die Mannschaft aus Kirkcaldy. Ein Traditionsverein auf Exkursion ins europäische Big Business. Britisch, relaxed, unaufgeregt sieht man dem Abenteuer entgegen. Selbst in der Geschäftsstelle alles andere als hektische Betriebsamkeit. Und auch hier eine gewisse Zurückhaltung, nein, seien wir ehrlich, absolute Schweigsamkeit. Also lassen wir ihnen ihre Ruhe und begeben uns mit detektivischer Akribie auf die Fährte derer, die mit uns reden wollen. Vor den Toren des Tynecastle Park in Edinburgh stimmen sich die treuesten Rovers-Fans auf das Spiel gegen Heart of Midlothian ein und sie feiern ihren maulfaulen Coach Nicol mit lautstarken Hymnen. Und zeigen volles Verständnis für die Schweigsamkeit des Rovers-Trainers. Nicol ist ein vorsichtiger Mann oder ein großer Taktiker. Es ist doch nun mal so, wir müssen versuchen, das Spiel zu gewinnen. Und wenn Nicol denkt, ein Maulkorb für die Spieler und ihn selbst erhöht unsere Chancen, dann warum nicht? Im Gegensatz zum Club geben die Experten aus der Fankurve höchst bereitwillig Auskunft über die Stärken ihres Teams. Scott Thompson, 28, hier im Pokalfinale gegen Celtic Glasgow. Hier im Spiel gegen Partick Thistle, zweifacher Torschütze, Colin Cameron, 23, in Kirkcaldy geboren, Local Hero. Und da ist natürlich Tony Rougier. Er ist brillant. Hoffentlich spielt er gegen Bayern. Ich glaube, die haben ihn noch gar nicht spielen sehen. Wir haben also noch ein paar Asse im Ärmel. Und eins davon könnte Jimmy Nicol selbst sein. Der 73-fache nordirische Nationalspieler hat immer noch einen Spielerpass. Was den deutschen Meister angeht, pflegt die schottische Presse liebevoll ein Vorurteil. Klinsmann fällt, wenn man ihn nur anguckt. Was fällt den Rovers-Fans zu Bayern ein?
Oh, Jürgen Klinsmann.
Klinsmann, Papon.
Well, obviously Klinsmann. Who else is that? Klinsmann is a danger.
Klinsmann ist eine Gefahr, sagt dieser Herr, aber wir haben gute Verteidiger, die werden sich um ihn kümmern. Na, deutsche Spieler. Klinsmann, Matthäus, kennst du doch, oder?
I suppose our only hope is that
Und der hier sieht die einzige Hoffnung der Rovers darin, dass die Bayern über sie genauso wenig wissen wie umgekehrt. Und weil das so ist, müssen wir auf unserer Spurensuche in Schottland zwar manchen Umweg gehen, gewinnen dafür aber auch ungewöhnliche Einblicke. Ungewöhnlich, nicht wahr? Oder haben Sie schon mal ein Tor aus dieser Perspektive gesehen, wie hier Ali Grahams Treffer für die Rovers beim 2:4 gegen die Hearts? Die Niederlage übrigens trübte nicht im geringsten den Optimismus der Fans.
2-1 Rovers. I'll say 1-0 Rovers.
Het is Duitsland zelfs.
3-0. 3-0. Voor whom Raith Rovers wil winnen. Natuurlijk, die wil winnen.
Ja.
Natuurlijk. Absolutely magnificent. Wonderful goal!
This is the moment that Raith Rovers qualified to play in Europe. For the first time in 111 years, they had their hands on some silverware. Tonight, they get their reward. After battling through 4 games to get to this stage, Raith take on Bayern Munich in the second round of the UEFA Cup.
From Europe. They were through. So here they come, side by side, Raith Rovers and Bayern Munich. Who would have thought it? Just Jimmy Nicholl, you got a glimpse of, tempted to be involved as a player. He's still registered, but he decided against it. He hopes he might be needed for the second leg. Piped onto the pitch. So the team news for you. A faint-hearted display at Hearts on Saturday has been put down to the distractions of tonight's match. So Jimmy Nicholl names this unchanged team with Ronnie Coyle as sweeper and 2 muscular markers, Sean Dennis and Davy Sinclair, crucial in the attempt to curb Jurgen Klinsmann and co. In midfield, Jimmy McInally reached the final of this competition with Dundee United. And up front, the height of Ali Graham, a key factor if Raith are going to unsettle their star-studded opponents.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Martin. I think Raith Rovers realise that if they get involved in a passing game here tonight, they might spend the evening trying to get the ball back. There you see the Raith side. Ali Graham, as you say, is going to be very significant. They're going to play it from back to front. Ask the rest of the midfield to support. And as we look at the back 3 there, Ronnie Coyle will actually sit in behind Sean Dennis and Davy Sinclair, who we expect to pick up Jurgen Klinsmann.
Well, there's no doubting the star quality in the Bayern ranks. What offers Raith hope is that with several new players, including Klinsmann, their team play is still, according to General Manager Uli Hoeneß, in need of improvement.
Well, there's very little weakness in the side. They operate on a squad of 21 players, 14 of whom are full internationals. The other 7 are under 21 internationals. So there's no lack of quality in this German side.
Thomas Helmer, incidentally, we expect to dog the footsteps of Ali Graham and try and match him in the air. Rémi Arel from France is tonight's referee. It's a UEFA Cup tie with overtones of David and Goliath, and all supporters of the underdog will be hoping for the same result. Raith Rovers, such a small club that their Starks Park Stadium can't stage a match of such magnitude against the massive Bayern Munich, whose own home gates average more than 50,000. They've got more than 38,000 club members and more than 1,000 different supporters clubs. Spruntz is the Bayern sweeper. Here he is on the ball. He rejoined the club this season after a spell with Stuttgart. Very gusty, the wind. Scott Thompson trying to make sure he gets a clear view of things as Raith have set a 5-man wall of 4. Now it's reduced to Sforza takes it, and if they come to the Raith goalkeeper Thompson like that all night, he'll be very happy.
Yeah, a relief there for Scott Thompson, because we really expected a bit more there. But good for the goalkeeper to get a good early touch. He did take a slight deflection, but there was never enough pace on the...
Julian Broddle trying to get some distance into this throw. And helps it on. Scholl has been one of those players criticising the coach. In goes Klinsmann. It's over Thompson, and Jürgen Klinsmann has struck here. It's taken 6 minutes for Bayern Munich.
It's a bad goal to lose because Sean Dennis there caught out with the ball over the top. Klinsmann timed his run perfectly. Dennis caught there. And not a bad finish either.
Well, once Dennis had been lost, it was just a case whether the goalkeeper could get there first, and he couldn't.
Yeah, he was totally committed, and Klinsmann beat him by a yard.
And the worst scenario, really, for Jimmy Nicol and Raith Rovers. But for fans of Jürgen Klinsmann, and there are plenty of them, so are Raith Rovers. They've been hit by a Klinsmann goal. McInally, the need is know-how. Find this in the UEFA Cup with Dundee United back in '87. Now that's under listen confidence from the promising Colin Cameron. That was well played. Sinclair. Towards Cameron again, Mehmet Scholl dropped back onto the edge of his own area. Graham's going to have a pop here.
Well, it's a poor finish, but it's a nice piece of football by Rovers there. That won't do their confidence any harm at all.
Came on his better foot that time. Dennis. Sinclair chasing it. The sort of run that Klinsmann had against Thompson that led to the one goal we've seen so far. This time the goalkeeper of Bayern, Oliver Kahn, beating the brave Davy Sinclair to it.
Yeah, they have to make the most of the balls into the box. Raith have actually started to settle well. Bayern may well feel that their night's work is already done. And Raith have had a good spell. They just have to make sure they don't lose one at the other end now.
Klinsmann, now that's a strange run. See what he was trying to do, but it didn't come off. Cameron was getting behind Strutz. It breaks for Broddle. Now here's one for Ali Graham to go for. And Raith just a bit slow in providing the support. It's a shame. Sinclair sat up nicely for the shot. Might have been on target. It hit Herzog. Kirkwood still scrambling it through. Lennon lost out, and Scholl suddenly injecting some extra pace to a Bayern break. It's nipped in the bud. Boyle providing the cover again. There. He's very confident in possession. Look at this. Brilliant play from Jason Dare. Anything that Bayern can do, Dare showing that he can match. Dennis, would be a great time to get a goal. Graham! Stoppage time at the end of the first half. And with a little bit of a charge on here, Raith won't want to hear the half-time whistle.
Good deep ball in there, and Ali Graham doing well to peel off to the back post. Not enough power in the header to trouble the goalkeeper. Does well to make a bit of room for himself there.
Ziege. Certainly overconfident there. Dare dispossessing him. Awkward for Kahn. Half-time with Raith on a roll, having got over. Broddle to the left. Graham arm raised in the centre. And Broddle make a yard to get the ball in. Here's your answer. Well, he was very skillful on the ground and persistent in the attempt. Too close to the goalkeeper. Broddle. And ball by Harman. Quick free kick. Cameron is there! Great save by Kahn. Back with Broddle again. Still possibilities from Raith Rovers. Dare. Really quick thinking at the free kick. And it so nearly got the better of Bayern Munich. Oliver Kahn on his line made a superb save from Colin Cameron's header.
It is a great save by Kahn. Good bit of quick thinking by Broddle. And a good header as well, and Kahn reacting quickly to his right. It Raith now starting to enjoy a good spell, and you can hear the reaction that that's getting from the stadium.
It's a much more stirring second half here in Scotland for the Scottish club. But all the while, Bayern Munich just battling behind Sinclair for a moment. Ziegler, and Klinsmann to work with in the centre, but Ziegler goes on himself. Klinsmann, 2-0. And the potential in the attack of Bayern Munich is now turned into fulfilment, and it's Jurgen Klinsmann again. But we've talked a few times tonight about Alexander Ziegler, who's certainly not the best known of the Bayern players, but you get the feeling that he will be very well known one day soon. He's leggy, but he's well balanced. He's got a great appreciation of the game and the positioning of others, as you saw there, and Raith had no answer. Proper headway here. Can't hang on, but the referee's given Bayern a free kick. He goes for goal himself. Right, where he connected well. And a tremendous stop at the near post by Thompson. Goalkeepers hate to be beaten there. They expect to make the save. But that was still a difficult one.
Yeah, Ziegler struck it well. I think Thompson may well have expected the shot to go across him, but he took him on at his near post, and good reactions there by Scott Thompson.
Straightforward variety. Forest have got an away goal in France. Terrific news for Forest fans, and it's Steve Stone who is very much in the news. Here's Klinsmann! Very much in the picture here at Easter Road. Hunting a hat-trick and feeling that it might arrive here. Not quite.
He gets up well, gets plenty on the header as well. Scott Thompson having his busiest spell of the match and doing well.
Harman to take the corner, and it's just over the top from Papa, going his own way. Bayern wanting to ice the cake here. That was lovely. And he's left Ziegler, takes a bit of doing, and it was only when he decided to set himself for a ball across. Put together some decent results on their return to the Premier League. And you've seen in patches here the potential, particularly in their younger players. Kirkwood. Graham to reach, really control the header back across the goal. Sinclair, it's not far away.
Well, that would have been a popular goal, would it not? He's given everything tonight, as he normally does. Plenty of time to hit it.
To flip it. There's Farmer. That's a brilliant ball for Papo. Loves to shoot first time, rattles the crossbar characteristically. Took the goalkeeper's fingertips on the way, I think. Rougier. But again, it was so classily constructed by Bayern Munich. Yes, definitely a touch from the goalkeeper. Yep. He has done. Well, Jurgen Klinsmann has had a night to remember with 2 goals, the man for the big occasion again, and an attractive part of this match. Raith Rovers have had a night to remember at Easter Road, but the romance of their occasion, secondary in the end to the steel and the skill of Bayern Munich, who've struggled in Britain so often in European ties, but who finished the first leg of this second round UEFA Cup tie in a strong position.
Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part.
stop.
So, liebe Fußballfans, Sie können das jetzt gleich hier im Stadion bekommen, das neue Bayern-Jahrbuch 495.
Nicole, Nummer 5 Sean Dennis, Nummer 6 Davy Sinclair, Nummer 7 Tony Roger, Nummer 8 Colin Cameron, Nummer 9 Steve Crawford, Nummer 10 Daniel.
Heute Nachmittag, nämlich Markus Hierstedt und ich, bei Otto Rehhagel im Trainingscamp am Tegernsee der Bayern. Und da die beiden Mannschaften jetzt auflaufen, kann ich Ihnen sagen, dass er, der Coach, hier im Olympiastadion. Ich habe gelesen, darunter sollen so rund 10.000 aus Schottland sein. Die habe ich bisher aber noch nicht gesehen.
Done, Stephen. Take him on! Take him on! Yes. Take him on! That was hard work. Come on!
Thompson, nur 1,83 groß ist er. Gut gesehen, dass Nellinger in den freien Raum startete und das gibt Elfmeter. Jawohl. Ganz klare Sache. Saubere Entscheidung von hier oben, war das eigentlich sogar sofort schon auszumachen. Das Foulspiel von Ronicken. Falls Sie, hier sehen wir es aber erst nochmal. Schauen Sie, da will er zwar zum Ball, aber da macht er ganz klar den Sensenmann. Der Ronnie Coyle. Klarer geht das nicht. Zweites Gelb im laufenden Wettbewerb für Coyle und Jean-Pierre Papin. War das der Trainer und hier sehen wir nochmal, dass Papin Rücklage bekommen hat und der Ball darum übers Tor streicht. Tja. Freistoß jetzt für Raith Rovers nach diesem Foul an Danny Lennon. So, So, ich denke mal, dieser Ball wird nicht direkt geschossen. Indiz dafür ist, dass beide Innenverteidiger sehr kopfballstark mit aufgerückt sind, mit im Strafraum sind. Und da ist er drin. Siehst du wohl. Meine Güte. Und das kurz vor der Halbzeit. Plötzlich kalt und unvermittelt. Das 0:1 nach diesem wirklich sehr trockenen Freistoß. Da haben wir es nochmal doch direkt um die Mauer herum und abgefälscht ausgerechnet von Andreas Herzog. Tja, Lennon der Freistoßschütze und dagegen ist natürlich Oliver Kahn total machtlos. Ein Tor wie... Auf die Sekunde pünktlich pfeift Schiedsrichter Wassili Melnichuk. Deutschen Rekordmeister und auch bei Franz Beckenbauer, der direkt von der Geburtstagsfeier. Und der Mann wittert morgen. Oh, meine Güte, das geht ja los jetzt. Tommy Ruggia war das, mit der nächsten guten Möglichkeit für die Chance.
In der Halbzeit und mir verschieben sie hinten immer ein bisschen der Rückenwirbel und jetzt habe ich wieder starke Schmerzen gehabt. Dann hat der Trainer gesagt, wenn ich nicht 100% fit bin, soll ich in der Kabine bleiben.
Schwerer Fehler vom Libero und das ist es doch. Jawohl, Klinsmann. Oh wei, oh wei. Danke können die Bayern da sagen. Und schnell nutzen solcher Chancen und verwerten solcher Fehler. Sie den Funkturm nennen, wegen seiner Kopfballstärke und der im Hinspiel als einzige Spitze bei Raith Rovers fungiert hat. Möglichkeit, ja. Hat er sich mal zur Sicherheit lang gemacht, der Oliver Kahn. Vielleicht auch, um sich ein bisschen aufzuwärmen, denn viel hat er bisher nicht auf den Kasten bekommen. Das hier der Schuss von Cameron. Latte und Tor, da ist er drin. Treffer zählt. Markus Babbel. Vollversammlung im 5-Meter-Raum von Raith Rovers und wieder Unstimmigkeiten in der Abwehr der Gäste. Tja, so kann es gehen. Erst der Torhüter, der noch nicht mal an den Ball herankommt, dann Thomas Helmer. Dann schauen Sie, 1, 2, 3, wer hat den Ball? Der Torhüter lenkt ihn gegen die Latte. Und noch einmal Gefahr. Da blitzte zum ersten Mal so etwas wie Torgefahr bei Stephen Crawford auf. 90 Minuten war er unter Kontrolle und jetzt hat er sich mal durchgesetzt nach dieser Kopfballvorlage gegen Markus Babbel. 2:1 zu sein. Alexander Zickler, der sicherlich sich freuen würde, wenn er neben Jürgen Klinsmann wieder vorne drin stürmen dürfte. Thomas Helmer, der bewusst zuverlässig war, gewohnt zuverlässig war und trotzdem Es fehlten die Impulse. Wir gehen runter an den Spielfeldrand.
Ja, und bei mir...